Imagine this. It's 2025 and your financial life is in chaos. Bills pile up, savings feel like a distant dream, and every decision about money fills you with dread. What if I told you that the ancient wisdom of Stoicism holds the key to not just surviving but thriving financially? Picture a life where your finances are not longing to source of stress, but a foundation for freedom and purpose. Today, we're during the Stoic practices that will revolutionize how you manage money, practices that have stood the test of time and can help you build discipline, clarity, and resilience in your financial journey. But here's the catch. If you miss even one piece of advice in this video, you risk staying stuck in the same cycle. So stick around until the end. Because the final tip could be the game changer that transform future. Before we begin, make a commitment to yourself right now. Hit that like button if you're ready to take control of your finances with Stoic wisdom. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more life-changing strategies rooted in ancient philosophy. Let's get started. Your financial reinvention begins today. Set clear and realistic financial goals. Establishing clear and realistic financial goals is the first step to take control of your economic life. And on this path, Stoicism offers an invaluable guide. The Stoics firmly believed in the importance of having a clear purpose, and as Seneca once said, "No wind is favorable for those who do not know where it is going." In the financial context, this means that without defined objectives, your efforts will be scattered and without direction. Imagine navigating on a ship aimless. As much as dreams, you will never reach a destination. In the same way, without clear goals, any financial effort is diluted in uncertainty. The first step is to write your financial goals. This apparently simple act has a transformative power. By capturing your paper goals, you not only define what you want to achieve, but also how you plan to achieve it and in what period. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000 by the end of 2025, divide this amount into smaller and more manageable objectives. This could mean separating $833 per month or approximately $28 per day. By breaking down a large goal in concrete steps, you eliminate the feeling of being overwhelmed and turns an abstract dream into a tangible plan. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of focusing on what is under our control. In the financial field, this means prioritizing specific actions such as reducing unnecessary expenses, automating savings, or searching for additional income. Each small step achieved generates a sense of progress that reinforces your trust and motivation to move forward. In addition, this approach allows you to adapt to unexpected changes without losing sight of your ultimate goal. Life is unpredictable, but by maintaining your clear goals and adjusting them when necessary, you make sure to advance even in the midst of difficulties. Another key principle of Stoicism is constant reflection. Dedicate time regularly to evaluate your progress towards your financial goals. Ask yourself if the decisions you are making are aligned with your goals or if you need to adjust your strategy. This habit not only helps you maintain clarity, but it also allows you to correct the course before deviating too much. As Marco Aurelio said, "The perfection of character consists in living every day as if it were the last one," which implies acting with intention and purpose in each financial decision. In addition, establishing clear goals not only transform your relationship with money, but also with yourself. Each step achieved becomes a reminder of your ability to overcome challenges and move towards what you really want. This process cultivates essential qualities such as self-discipline and resilience, fundamental pillars of Stoicism. Even if the final result is not exactly as you had planned, the personal growth you experience during the way is invaluable. The benefit of having clear financial goals goes beyond material achievement. It deeply impacts your mentality and attitude towards life. It teaches you to be responsible for your choices and take control of your circumstances instead of feeling the victim of them. This sense of autonomy strengthens your connection with the present and helps you enjoy the process, instead of obsessing only with the final result. At the end of the day, clear financial goals are much more than numbers. They are a powerful tool to transform your whole life. They allow you to focus your energy in the essential, eliminate unnecessary distractions, and advance with confidence towards the future you want to build. By adopting this intentional and virtuous approach inspired by the Stoic principles, you will not only achieve your financial objectives, but also live a fuller and more significant life. Build an unwavering financial discipline. Building an unwavering financial discipline is not just a skill, it is an act of internal transformation. In Stoicism, discipline is seen as the basis of any significant achievement, since it connects our aspirations with our daily actions. Marco Aurelio, one of the great Stoic thinkers, lived his life with rigor and perseverance, facing every day as an opportunity to strengthen his character. In the same way, if you want to reach your financial goals, you need to build a solid structure that allows you to resist economic storms and stay focused even in the most challenging moments. Discipline is not about depending solely on the momentary will. This is limited and may fail when emotions or external circumstances are brought. Instead, it is about creating habits that automate your key financial decisions. Automatizing your savings is an excellent starting point. Configure automatic transfers to a savings account every time you receive your salary. This simple act eliminates the temptation to spend that money and ensure that you are moving towards your goals without having to make constant decisions. Establishing a budget is also essential to cultivate this discipline. When you clearly define how much you can spend in each area of your life, eliminate chaos and uncertainty. The budget should not be seen as a restriction, but as a tool that gives you freedom. Knowing exactly where your money goes allows you to prioritize what really matters and eliminate unnecessary expenses that do not contribute value to your life. As Seneca said, "He is rich, not the one who has much, but the one who needs little." This minimalist approach helps you maintain control and live within your possibilities. Stoicism also teaches us to face resilience. There will be times when you fail to follow your financial plan, an unexpected expense, a temptation to waste, or simply a human error. The important thing is not to avoid falling, but get up quickly and resume the course. Every day is a new opportunity to act with virtue and move towards your goals. As Epictetus said, "It is not the things that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Learn to see mistakes as lessons, not as failures." Another essential pillar to build an unwavering financial discipline is to start with small, manageable steps. Great changes do not occur overnight, and pretending can lead to frustration or abandonment. If your goal is to save $500 per month, but seems unattainable at the beginning, it starts with $50 or $100. The important thing is to establish the habit. Over time, you can increase that amount without feeling it as a sacrifice. Consistency is more powerful than perfection. Daily practice reinforces your confidence in yourself and transforms your perception of what you are able to achieve. Every time you meet an established financial habit, such as registering your expenses or avoiding impulsive purchases, strengthen your self-discipline and get closer to your goals. This constant progress generates a positive domino effect in other areas of your life, feeding a growth and resilience mentality. Finally, developing this discipline not only brings you closer to your financial objectives, it also provides you with emotional stability in times of uncertainty. While the outside world can be chaotic and unpredictable, your self-discipline acts as an internal anchor that keeps you firm and focused on the essential. This approach not only transforms your finances, but also who you are as a person. Someone stronger, more conscious, and more aligned with the Stoic principles of virtue and purpose. Practice financial gratitude. Practicing financial gratitude is a change of powerful mentality that can completely transform how you perceive your relationship with money. In Stoicism, we are taught that it is not what we have what determines our happiness, but how we value and appreciate what we already have. Epictetus said, "Wealth does not consist of having great possessions, but having few needs." Applying this idea to your finances means learning to focus on what is already present in your life, instead of obsessing what you think you are missing. Money, at the end of the day, is nothing more than a tool. Do not define who you are or how much you are worth. However, in a world where we are constantly bombarding with images of luxury and material success, it is easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth by our income or possessions. Financial gratitude invites you to step back and reflect on the blessings you already have. A roof on your head, the ability to pay your accounts, or even the opportunity to learn new skills. These are achievements that deserve to be recognized and celebrated. When you start practicing financial gratitude, you significantly reduce stress associated with money. Instead of constantly worrying about reaching an unattainable ideal, you learn to find satisfaction in what you have already achieved. This does not mean conforming or giving up your financial goals. On the contrary, it means moving towards them from a place of fullness, not lacking. This change of approach allows you to make clearer and rational financial decisions because you are no longer acting from a feeling of despair or insufficiency. The daily practice of gratitude can be as simple as dedicating a few minutes at the end of the day to reflect on your financial achievements, however children they seem. Maybe you paid an important bill this month, or you managed to save a little more than usual. Even if you are facing economic challenges, there is always something to be grateful. It may be the support of a loved one or a valuable lesson learned during difficult times. This exercise not only helps you stay positive, but also reinforces your resilience in the face of adversities. Stoicism also teaches us to avoid comparing ourselves with others. Marco Aurelio wrote, "Do not waste time thinking about what others do or stop doing. Concentrate on your own path." In the financial context, this means stop measuring your success based on lifestyle or the material achievements of others. Gratitude allows you to focus on your own progress and assess the effort behind each small step forward. In addition, expressing gratitude to those who have helped you financially, whether directly or indirectly, strengthens your relationships and encourages a deeper sense of community. Maybe someone gave you a useful financial advice or supported you for a difficult time. Recognizing and thanking these acts not only benefits those around you, but also reinforces your own connection with the Stoic values of reciprocity and humility. Ultimately, practice financial gratitude not only transforms your relationship with money, also transforms your general perspective on life. It teaches you to assess the essential about the superficial and find joy even in the simplest things. This Stoic approach helps you live with more intention and purpose, reminding you that true wealth lies in fully appreciating what you already have while you work towards a better future. Accept the uncontrollable and focus on what you can handle. Accepting the uncontrollable and focusing on what you can handle is one of the most powerful lessons that Stoicism can offer you, especially when it comes to your finances. Financial markets are unpredictable. They rise and go down, often without prior notice, and pretend to control them only generates frustration and anxiety. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, reminds us that it is not the things that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. In this context, Stoicism teaches us to abandon the fight against the inevitable and to direct our energy towards what is under our control, our financial decisions. Instead of worrying about market fluctuations or changes in the global economy, focus on building a solid base with your own actions. You can decide how much you spend, how much you save, and how you invest your money. These are choices that are completely in your hands. For example, if the market suddenly falls, you cannot avoid it, but you can choose to keep calm and not sell your investments impulsively. This type of self-control is a direct manifestation of Stoic principles, acting with wisdom and not letting yourself be carried away by the emotions of the moment. Stoicism also invites us to reflect on the importance of accepting uncertainty as part of life. Marco Aurelio wrote, "Remember that the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make of it." If you adopt this perspective, you begin to see financial ups and downs not as threats, but as opportunities to learn and grow. Each financial challenge can be a valuable lesson if you choose to face it with serenity and focus. For example, unexpected loss can teach you the importance of diversifying your investments or maintaining an emergency fund. In addition, this approach frees you from the emotional weight that entails trying to control the uncontrollable. When you accept that there are external factors out of your reach, such as inflation or interest rates, you can redirect your energy towards practical strategies that really mark the difference in your financial life. This could include reducing unnecessary expenses, increasing your savings, or looking for creative ways to generate additional income. In doing so, you not only strengthen your economic position, but also your ability to face adversities with resilience. Stoicism also teaches us to live in moderation and value the essential about the superfluous. In times of financial uncertainty, this principle is more relevant than ever. Instead of worrying about maintaining a luxurious lifestyle or competing with others, focus on satisfying your basic needs and building a solid base for the future. Seneca said, "It is rich who is content with little." Adopting this mentality helps you reduce financial stress and find satisfaction in what you already have. Another key lesson of Stoicism is to learn to act with intention instead of reacting impulsively. When you face an important financial decision, take a time to reflect before acting. Ask yourself if that decision is aligned with your long-term values and goals. This approach not only helps you avoid expensive errors, but also reinforces your sense of control over your financial life. Finally, accepting the uncontrollable does not mean resigning. It means freeing yourself from the unnecessary weight to focus on what really matters. By adopting this Stoic mentality, you become someone stronger and prepared to navigate the financial uncertainties of the future. No matter how chaotic the outside world is, by focusing on your own decisions and actions, you build internal stability that no one can take away. This is the true power of Stoicism applied to your finances, finding peace in the midst of chaos while working towards a more solid and virtuous future. Live below your possibilities. Living below your possibilities is a deeply Stoic practice that defies modern rules of unbridled consumption and seeks to return control over your financial life. In the heart of this philosophy is the idea that frugality is not a sacrifice, but a virtue that frees you from excess chains and constant desire. The Stoics, like Seneca, taught us that it is rich not who has much, but who needs little. This approach is not about depriving you of the pleasures of life, but about prioritizing the essentials, about the superfluous, and finding satisfaction in what really matters. Frugality begins with an honest evaluation of your expenses. Every time you're about to spend money, ask yourself if that expense really adds value to your life, or if you only satisfy a passing desire. For example, Do you really need that new technological device or that fashion garment, or are you buying them to fill an emotional vacuum? This type of reflection helps you align your financial decisions with your long-term values and goals. By eliminating unnecessary expenses, not only preserves valuable resources, but also reduce the stress associated with finance. Living in moderation does not mean giving up all pleasure or comfort, but learning to enjoy more with less. Stoics practiced voluntary deprivation exercises to train their mind and body to resist temptations of excess. Marco Aurelio reflected on how simplicity could be a source of strength. Look at things as they are, without ornaments. In financial terms, this could mean establishing clear limits on your discretionary expenses and focusing on saving or investing in what really contributes to your future well-being and security. The positive impact of living below your possibilities goes beyond money. By simplifying your life and reducing unnecessary consumption, desire mental tranquility. You are no longer caught in the endless race for having more or worried about maintaining an unsustainable lifestyle. Instead, you focus on what you have and find gratitude on it. This mental change allows you to enjoy the present more fully and cultivate a sense of internal abundance, even if you have less externally. In addition, this approach prepares you to face financial unforeseen events with greater resilience. By saving and investing the money you previously spent on unnecessary things, you build a financial mattress that protects you against economic emergencies or unexpected changes in your income. This security not only strengthens your financial position, but also your trust and autonomy. Knowing that you can handle any economic challenge without depending completely on external factors is a powerful form of personal empowerment. Frugality also encourages a deeper connection with yourself and others. When you eliminate excessive consumerism noise, you have more time and space to reflect on what you really value in life. You may discover that you prefer to invest in significant experiences with friends and family instead of accumulating material objects. This choice not only enriches your life emotionally, but also strengthens your relationships and creates lasting memories. Finally, living below your possibilities is a revolutionary act in a world obsessed with consumption. It is a bold statement that your value is not measured by what you own, but by how you choose to live. By adopting this Stoic virtue, you will free yourself from the weight of materialism and find an inner peace that money can never buy. Just as the Stoics sought virtue as the greatest good, you can also find freedom and purpose by simplifying your financial life and focusing on the essential. Invest with wisdom and patience. Investing with wisdom and patience is an art that the Stoics, with their focus on rationality and self-control, would dominate if they lived in our modern era. In a world where financial decisions are usually driven by fear or greed, Stoicism offers us a compass to sail calmly and clarity. Marco Aurelio reminds us that loss is nothing more than change, and change is the delight of nature. In the context of investments, this means accepting market fluctuations as something natural and inevitable, instead of fearing them or reacting impulsively to them. The first Stoic principle applied to investment is to avoid impulsive decisions. Financial markets are designed to cause strong emotions, euphoria when they go up and panic when they fall. However, as Epictetus he taught, it is not the events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. The key is to keep calm and remember that emotions are passengers. Before making any important decision, stop and reflect. Is this action aligned with your long-term objectives or is being dictated by a momentary impulse? This act of pause and analysis protects you from making expensive mistakes. Patience is another fundamental virtue in the Stoic approach to investment. In a world obsessed with immediate results, Stoics teach us to assess constant and long-term progress. Seneca said, "Nothing less than the speed with which you achieve something if you don't know where you're going. Instead of looking for fast profits or trying to predict each market movement, focus on sustainable strategies that allow your money to grow over time." Long-term investment not only reduces stress associated with daily fluctuations, but also takes advantage of the power of composite interest to maximize your yields. Accepting the uncontrollable is another pillar of the Stags that applies perfectly to investments. You cannot control how the market will behave tomorrow or what decisions the central banks will make, but you can control how you respond to these circumstances. This includes diversifying your investments to reduce risks, maintain an emergency fund to protect against unforeseen, and choose assets that are aligned with your values and objectives. When focusing on what is under your control, you free yourself from unnecessary anxiety and make more rational decisions. Stoicism also teaches us to be resilient against losses. At some point, we all face financial setbacks. It is part of the investing process. The important thing is not to be paralyzed at this time or allow you to define your strategy in the future. As Marco Aurelio wrote, "The impediment to action advances the action. What is brought on the road becomes the way." Each loss is an opportunity to learn and adjust your approach, thus strengthening your ability to face future challenges. In addition, the Stoics valued simplicity and clarity in their actions, principles that are essential when investing. Avoid complicated or speculative strategies that promise high yields but entail great risks. Instead, it adopts a clear and direct approach. It invests in assets that you understand and trust, proven methods as indexed funds or real estate. This approach not only reduces risk, but also allows you to maintain a clear vision of your financial progress. Finally, invest with wisdom and patience is not only about accumulating material wealth. It is also about building a life aligned with your values. Use your investments as a tool to achieve significant goals, ensure your retirement, support important causes, or provide stability for your family. As Seneca said, "Wealth is a slave to the wise and love of the fool." By adopting a Stoic approach to investment, you not only build financial stability, but also a fuller and more virtuous life based on solid principles. Free yourself from fear of money. Freeing from fear of money is an essential step to transform your relationship with him and live with greater freedom and purpose. In Stoicism, money is not seen as an end in itself, but as a tool that must be used virtuously. Seneca reminds us that true wealth is to be content with little, a lesson that invites us to rethink our priorities and find satisfaction in what we already have, instead of obsessing what we believe we lack. This change of mentality not only reduces financial stress, but also allows you to use money as a means to build a more significant life. The fear of money usually arises from uncertainty, the fear of losing it, not to have enough or not knowing how to handle it. However, Stoics teach us to worry about what is out of our control only generates unnecessary anxiety. You cannot completely control external economic circumstances, but you can decide how you respond to them. Instead of fearing money, it adopts a proactive attitude, learns on finance, establishes a budget, and defines clear goals. When you take control of your financial decisions, you reduce uncertainty and begin to see money as a useful tool, not as a source of anguish. Stoicism also invites us to reflect on how we use money. Instead of spending impulsively or accumulating wealth without purpose, use your resources to live virtuously. This can mean investing in significant experiences that enrich your life, such as traveling or learning new skills. It can also involve helping others, either supporting important causes or providing assistance to those who need it. Seneca said that no one is poor if they have enough to share, and this act of generosity not only benefits others, but also fills you with satisfaction and purpose. A powerful way to free yourself from fear of money is to build a legacy that transcends the material. Money alone cannot guarantee happiness or personal fulfillment. Its true value lies in how you use it to positively impact the world. Think about how your current financial decisions can contribute to the well-being of your family, your community, or even future generations. By focusing on creating a lasting impact, you change your focus on fear of conscious and significant action. In addition, practicing financial gratitude can help you transform your perspective on money. Instead of focusing on what you do not have, reflect on the resources with which you already tell. A roof on your head, food at your table, or the ability to generate income. This daily exercise reinforces an abundance mentality and helps you assess the essentials about the superficial. As Marco Aurelio wrote, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. When cultivating positive thoughts about your finances, you reduce stress and strengthen your emotional resilience. Finally, remember that the fear of money does not define who you are or determine your value as a person. Stoicism teaches us to seek virtue above material possessions and find inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. When you release your mind of fear of money, you open yourself to new possibilities and allow you to live with greater intention and purpose. Use the money wisely to build a life aligned with your values and leave behind unnecessary concerns. By adopting this stoic mentality towards money, you not only transform your relationship with him, but also with yourself. You become someone stronger, more conscious, and more capable of facing financial challenges with serenity and trust. Free yourself from fear of money and begin to see it as what it really is, a tool to live a full, virtuous, and significant life. Reflect daily about your financial decisions. Reflecting daily about your financial decisions is a deeply stoic practice that can transform not only your relationship with money, but also your whole life. At the end of each day, dedicate a few minutes to evaluate how you handled your finances. Ask yourself if the decisions you made were aligned with your values and goals. Did you spend on really necessary things, or did you let yourself be carried out by momentary impulses? This introspection exercise is not a simple review of numbers, but an opportunity to adjust the course constantly and stay focused on what really matters. The Stoics, such as Marco Aurelio, practiced daily self-evaluation as a means to live with more intention. Marco wrote in his diary reflections on his actions and thoughts, always seeking to improve and live according to virtue. In the financial context, this practice can help you identify unnecessary expenditure patterns or decisions that do not contribute to your long-term objectives. For example, if you notice that you spent money on something that did not give you value, you can commit to avoid that type of expense in the future. This habit not only improves your relationship with money, but also reinforces your self-discipline and mental clarity. The daily reflection also allows you to celebrate your achievements, however small. Maybe you managed to save a specific amount or avoid unnecessary expense. Recognizing these moments strengthens your trust and motivates you to continue advancing. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without depending anxiously on the future." When reflecting on your financial decisions, you learn to assess the steps you have already taken towards your goals, instead of focusing solely on what still remains to be achieved. In addition, this exercise encourages a continuous learning mentality. Each financial error becomes a valuable lesson when you analyze it honestly and without trial. If you made a mistake, such as spending more than planned or not fulfilling your budget, use that experience to adjust your strategy and avoid repeating it. As an Epictetus, he taught, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it what matters." Daily reflection helps you respond wisely to financial challenges and turn each stumbling into an opportunity to grow. This practice also reinforces the connection between your personal values and your economic decisions. Money is not an end in itself. It is a means to live according to what you really value. By reflecting on how you used your resources, you can make sure you're investing in things that really matter: significant experiences, security for the future, or support to those you love. This approach helps you align your finances with your life purpose, creating a sense of coherence and inner peace. The key to making this reflection a sustainable habit is to keep it simple and constant. You do not need to spend hours. A few minutes at the end of the day are enough to review your decisions and plan improvements. You can write your thoughts in a newspaper or simply reflect mentally while you finish your day. The important thing is to be honest with yourself and commit yourself to take concrete measures based on what you discover. Ultimately, adopting this Stoic practice will not only transform your finances, but also who you are as a person. You will become someone more resilient, disciplined, and conscious, capable of facing any calm financial challenge and clarity. Remember, it is not just about accumulating material wealth, but about living with purpose and virtue. Write in the comments, "From this moment, I build my financial freedom with Stoic wisdom." This little act can be the beginning of a path to economic stability and inner peace that you want so much.